Good afternoon. A woman's died and 2 other people have been seriously injured in a road crash in Murray. The one-car accident happened on the outskirts of Forres at around 1:30 this morning. The 24-year-old woman who was driving the car died at the scene. A 23-year-old man and 22-year-old woman were seriously hurt, while a 31-year-old man suffered minor injuries. Meanwhile, police have named a man who died in hospital after a crash near Dundonald. 85-year-old Roderick Sutherland from Tain died after the 2-car collision on Friday. Everyone else involved have now been released from hospital. Scotland's teachers are being promised more freedom by the Education Secretary, John Swinney. He says the Scottish Government will press on with reforms in the country's schools. The EIS has welcomed the announcement but said it was disappointed no specific policy changes had been discussed. The Scottish Government could face further legal challenges over its named persons policy, legal experts have warned. Speaking at Holyrood's Education Committee, members of the Law Society for Scotland and the Faculty of Advocates said passing the legislation would be a near to impossible task and could end up back in the courts. Women who miscarry during their first full round of IVF treatment are more likely to have a baby after further treatment than women who don't get pregnant at all. Researchers in Aberdeen say the findings should provide hope when an IVF pregnancy ends in a miscarriage.
A miscarriage can be a devastating experience for any couple, but particularly for those who've already gone through struggles with infertility and becoming pregnant in the first place. So we hope that these results will give couples who've had a miscarriage in their first full round of treatment some hope.
On to football now, and Dundee manager Neil McCann is urging his players to believe they can beat Celtic in tonight's Betfred Cup quarter-final at Dens Park. The Dark Blues go into the game boosted by their first league win of the season against St Johnstone at the weekend. McCann insists they can follow it up by ending Celtic's 55-game unbeaten domestic run.
We could have drawn easier games. There's no denying that or getting away from it. But somewhere along the lines, if you want to have a trophy in one of these cabinets here, you've got to beat Celtic. I think that's pretty much a given now, the way Celtic are in this day and age. They're the strongest team in the campaign, so somewhere along the lines you have to beat them to win it.
Now here's Sean with the weather.
STV weather, sponsored by Thompson.
Good afternoon. Well, after the lovely day yesterday, today largely cloudy with outbreaks of rain for many parts, although we could see some sunshine breaking through at times, mainly across lights of North Uist, perhaps Benbecula, Lewis and also Harris, and maybe even the north of Skye, seeing the cloud breaking at times too. But for many of us, it is a cloudy and damp day. The rain not overly heavy out there, although there will be some heavy rain coming in from the south during the evening, so very wet across much of the mainland through the evening, and then the heaviest of that rain moves away to Shetland and Orkney overnight. Elsewhere the rain starts to turn a bit more showery. Again, a much milder night than recent nights, temperatures around 11 or 12 degrees, staying damp in the north tomorrow, brightest weather in the west.
STV weather, sponsored by Thompson.
Well, that's all we've got time for this lunchtime. The STV News at 6 will have a full roundup of the day's news and sport. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.